So my name's Gareth. I'm curate at St Aidan's with All Saints in Speak. I'm 34, married to Elizabeth, and we have a 1-year-old daughter, Sarah. So when I left school, I went on to study Christian youth work at the University of Chester, and from there gained my degree in Christian youth work and became a nationally qualified youth worker. For a number of years after that, I was a youth worker in secular grassroots organisations working in places like Toxteth, and then for most of the 10 years that I was a youth worker, I worked in Woolton, running Woolton Youth Centre. For some of the time, I also became a support worker for a vocations college based in Speak, and now I'm back here as the curate, which is great.
Hi, my name's Catherine. I'm married to Dave and we've got 3 teenage boys. My work background is in youth and community work, both for churches and for the local authority. For the last 10 years, I've been working for a charity, helping voluntary groups to get started, and once they've got started, helping them to source the funding to be able to keep going.
I'm Noel. I'm originally from Strabane, Northern Ireland, where I lived for almost 30 years, and it's a place where my parents and all my siblings still live. And before I started training for ministry, I worked in the health and fitness industry, where I was a fitness instructor before qualifying as a sports therapist. That led me to run my own practice, where I ended up employing people. This in turn led me to a natural gravitation into the world of business, where I was responsible for the leasing of retail space within the UK's major shopping centres. And it's something that was really valuable and worthwhile and fulfilling in my life, because I love meeting with people from varying backgrounds and of different ethnicities, different nationalities. And this, I feel, has been deeply beneficial as I move further on into ordained ministry.
Well, I did a degree in theology and religious studies at the University of Bristol before then training as a teacher. But I ended up with a career in the civil service for 25 years. But alongside school, university, work, church was always at the centre of my life. I joined the church choir at the age of 5. I was leading intercessions, Bible study groups, Emmaus calls, helping with my father, who was a chaplain at the hospital in Liverpool. And then I was licensed as a reader in the diocese in 2011. And I thought that I would continue with my reader ministry, which I absolutely loved, and balancing that time-wise against my full-time employment, but then God had other plans. I have to be honest, I questioned a rather late call to full-time ordained ministry, but I can see just even in my short time as a curate that God can use and is using skills which I've built up over the years as a reader and in my employment. He's using them in my work now.